Hello ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to an Ark video. Yes, Ark. I'm playing Ark today. It's my 5-year anniversary. It's been 5 years since I played this game or showed it on YouTube for the very first time. It came out on December the 16th on the Xbox One in-game preview, and I ended up uploading my first video 3 days later on the 19th. So happy anniversary to me and Ark. So we're just going to jump on. 51 million views on my channel. I would say around 34 million of them views have come from Ark Survival Evolved. So that's more than half. Out of the 3,600 videos I've done, at least 2,500 have been Ark Survival Evolved. You know, I've spent and dedicated a lot of time to covering this game. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. I know I can be a bit negative sometimes about some of the stuff that goes on with Ark, mainly because I've always just played it on the console versions, and that's where the most problems are and where the game gets neglected. But there's no doubt about it, Ark changed my life. Like, it made me able to have a job as a YouTuber. I started out literally working full time, and then when I started taking off a bit more and the PlayStation release came around, it done enough for me to think, you know what, I'll give it a try. I was way too early. I don't recommend that to anyone. Not until you're earning big bucks would you quit your job to work as a YouTuber. It's very hard work as well, by the way. I've spent so much time not sleeping when releases come around and stuff like that. But all in all, it's still the best job ever. And so I have got Ark to thank for that. I think that's why Ark is always going to be, even though I bitch and moan and say I'm not covering it anymore, I'm not playing it anymore, it is something that just draws me back. There's this connection with me and Ark that I don't think I'm ever going to replace with any other game. Like, I've tried. The last 2 years, Ark hasn't even been in my top 10 videos. Each year, Ark has not had a single video in that top 10. It's been other games, and it's still, even though I've not really covered it as much in the last year, it's still one of the most popular games on the channel. So I guess I've got to really give it some more respect. Hopefully it gets the players more respect, and we all live happily ever after. But don't worry, this ain't going to be me bitching about Ark the whole 25 minutes or so. We're just going to have a bit of a play, and I'll probably talk about the good things and a little bit of the bad things that I like about Ark. And we'll just run through it, and I guess maybe think ahead about Ark 2, although I won't do that too much as I've got Ark 2 plans, videos talking about stuff. I remember seeing this game, first person I saw play it was Paul Soares Jr., that Minecraft YouTuber that took forever to get like 1 million subs compared to everyone else around him at the time. And what's going on here? What is going on here? I'm playing on Xbox Series X today. Obviously not the OG Xbox, because this would all be like 3D puzzle looking style trees. But yeah, Paul Soares Jr. was the first person I see play it, and it was probably just a little while before the Xbox release. I remember seeing a trailer thinking, oh man, that looks cool. I was big into Minecraft, and that's when I really started looking at survival games, because they just looked like they were so much more fun in terms of having freedom to do stuff. And the stories I was reading about DayZ and Rust and players helping each other or trolling each other or being toxic, it just made me think, damn, I want to play a multiplayer game like that. I don't want to just waste my life away playing Call of Duty or Destiny or whatever. I want something that I can build and go on adventures and dinosaurs, friggin' dinosaurs. So I did start following Ark a little bit more. I did start to pay a bit more attention to it. Most of the reviews that come out at the first stages, people did not like this game. They said it was grindy. They said it was monotonous. It was rough around the edges, the bugs, the glitches, the problems with it. It was easily getting 6s and 7s, which was probably unfair as it was early access. I mean, I don't think much has changed. I think the actual reviews for it when it did come out of early access were still pretty much the same. But it was still like Minecraft, but huge, like much bigger. Like, I know there are other games than Minecraft, but for me, Minecraft was my first step into survival. Like, it was the one that popularized it. Forget DayZ, Minecraft was there before DayZ. Forget Rust, Minecraft was there. So I was looking for something just to take that next step from Minecraft, and I think Ark was it, for sure. Back in the day, playing on this. Oh, you buggers. I remember the days, see, I'm like, get off my lawn. I remember the days when these guys weren't even around. I remember when they got added in and everyone was screwing about them. Oh, there we go. I've tamed that one. I've tamed it. There we go, my first tame. Look at this. I'm a pro Ark player, yo. Got my first tame. Fast pickpocketing. Yeah, go and get him. Go and get him. Go and get him. Oh, I've tamed him as well. I have an army! An army of pegomastics. No one will stop me now. Okay, follow me, boys, yeah? God, yeah, it's all coming back to me, you know? It's all coming back to me. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go up to my favourite spot where I normally build a base. It is Weathertop, otherwise known as... have they just run off? No. that one got scared. He was like, I ain't got your smoke. I ain't got your smoke. But yeah, Ark has done massive things for me over the years. And I've been there every way. The dramas, the controversies, the delays. The hype around people expecting it to come out on PlayStation was huge. It was mental. Because they kind of teased stuff. Like, we had Survival of the Fittest come in, and it didn't make sense. That was going to be released on PlayStation before the main game. That's what actually happened. They announced Survival of the Fittest is coming as a PlayStation exclusive, not on Xbox. And people just like, we don't want this Battle Royale shit. I want the proper Ark experience. And as it turns out, that got delayed or cancelled altogether. But that's what happened. And then 6 months later, it came out on PlayStation, and that was just like the best month. When I first started doing YouTube, I was doing it when the ad apocalypse came in. Literally, the month I quit my job was the month that revenue got turned off. So I had to survive on like just awful amounts for ages and ages. It's only in the last like year I've actually been doing better, that I can actually survive and do stuff. But anyhow, yeah, the ad apocalypse started, and Ark was just mad on PlayStation 4. That was like the best this month ever. I had so many comments, so many views. I've been giving you guys the news and info about it hitting PlayStation, all the stuff that was going on. I gave you loads of starter guides when it did start. And my Let's Play, that was the first time I had a proper Let's Play hit like hundreds of thousands of views. Like, it hit 60,000 views in the first day. And then after that, I think it ended up plateauing around 350, maybe 400,000 views. And it's definitely one of the biggest. Although DayZ, I think, is actually bigger now in terms of Let's Play. But yeah, for then, that was nice. It was nice to see people liked me. I kind of stopped doing the Let's Plays because I was just too busy. Ark came out in December. Christmas was here. I was seeing my family and my kids. And I was still working at that stage, actually. I was still working. It was a few months later that I quit. And so, yeah, it was really hard juggling, working, and doing all this business. It just wasn't the one. And Let's Plays, although they're quite easy to make, like they are, YouTubers that do Let's Plays have got the easiest life going. They literally just sit there, record for 3 hours, minimal edits, and bosh, they've got like 6 days worth of content. But yeah, it was one of the things that I don't know, I was trying to not grind and not cheat. I wasn't spawning everything in, and so it took forever. It just took forever, and I just couldn't get the flow right. But we had a good run that time, man. I got myself up to getting like glass greenhouses, and we built a little base, and I was getting stuff going on. I was taming all sorts of creatures. I felt pretty proud. I've been doing all this. I've not picked up one single thing I can use as a weapon, I think. There we go. Man, I'm waffling so much, I've totally forgot the basics. I'm just going around like it's a harvest gathering simulation game. And I'm starving already. I've literally been walking around this island for 20 minutes. And apparently that means that you're going to die of thirst straight away. When you think about the mechanics of this, and not just Ark, most survival games in general, it really just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you've got to eat 10 pieces of steak in one day. Not even cavemen needed that much. You know, I shouldn't have to sit here eating 200 berries just to quench my thirst a little bit. God, it's not really doing much either, is it? Oh, I've had a stimberry. That was not the one. That was not the one. I hope that changes for Ark 2. I hope they really actually take a look at stuff and go, you know what? This don't make no sense. We've got to change this. It doesn't make sense that you've got to eat or drink 50 billion times a day just to survive. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. It looks alright on Xbox Series X. It's the first time I've actually properly played it. I did a little live stream when it came out, and I showed you guys how it was running on the Xbox. Still not tried it on the PlayStation 4 because, man, it's like 140 GB to download it all. But yeah, it looks sharp, it looks crisp. The sunlight's still just blaring out too much. I think I can change that in the options now. Oh god, it only took them 2.5, maybe 3 years to add that option, guys. 2.5, 3 years to add the options to turn down the sunlight so you're not blinded every time. Alright, but this is where I normally build. I usually build just up on this little precipice here, or there's a little spot in the redwoods. Oh, we've got smoke, guys, we've got smoke. Get him. Kill him! Come on! Are they going to attack? No, they didn't. They just let me die. You bastards. You bastards. I bet my team's going to get killed now because they're just standing there literally getting pawned by a dilo. Literally pawned by a dildo. Oh man, the shocks. Look. Oh no, it's porpoises. Oh, look, there we go. Flying porpoises, people. Flying porpoises. Let's go over this side. We'll go over this side. Let's go for a swim. Hopefully there's no piranhas. Oh man, I remember. Oh yeah. Oh hello. Don't get too friendly. They're freaky little things, aren't they? They're proper freaky little things. I've never been a big fan. Like, when was the last time you tamed an itchy? Eh? When was the last time you actually used an itchy? What is going on in the top right there? What's all that black line business? Is it just because I'm in the water? Yeah, it is. That's weird. What is that about? On my screen, I've got like little black dots on the right, lines. Anyhow, arc everyone. Let's go and get some more chisel. Maybe I should actually make a weapon. Maybe that would be a good idea. This is the problem that I have with survival games. I don't think I'm really cut out for them. Because in survival, you've got to be a bit patient. You're meant to like take it easy, build yourself up slowly, get all the resources, and then go ahead and start, you know, adventuring maybe a little bit and stuff. But I've always been the guy that just Leroy Jenkins it and just goes off and explores and gets into a hell of a lot of trouble very quickly. I've never been one to actually just sit there making my base and stuff. I've always just preferred actually just having adventures. I think that's why sometimes survival might not be the genre that I really should be utilising as much. Because yeah, you need proper dedication to build up your base and stuff. Otherwise you just end up dying because you just run into trouble all the time. And that is pretty much me in every Let's Play ever. That is my Ark life. But I like that. I like the idea that Ark has got like this huge world. Even before they added all the maps and DLCs, running around this whole island was phenomenal. It probably took me about a year to really understand where stuff was on this island or how hard it was. Like, I remember not going up to the snow area when it was back in the day when it was changed, before it was changed, for ages, because I was just like, nah, I'm not ready for that. I'll adventure around, but I'm definitely still not ready for that. So we'll have to hold off before I go up there. Right, have I got enough now to make a spear? What do I need for a spear? I need flint and fibre. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, we're getting a fair amount of fibre now. Must be finally the single player settings kicking in. Let's get some flint. Flint Lockwood! No one gets that reference. Big shout out to the Clyde Meatballs crew. You know you are. Right. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We'll have a few spears. I guess I can't make any armour. No, not yet. I need a lot more fibre. Yes, we need like 150 fibre. Okay, let's go and see. I mean, do I really need my stuff back? Probably, just about. Maybe I should go and get revenge anyway. Like, who are you messing with, man? This is like my reminiscence about Ark. But yeah, I guess we'll carry on reminiscing, because let's face it, you don't want to see me just survive, do you? Because like, it's boring as shit. It's what I have a real problem doing Let's Plays as well, especially in Ark. Like, once you've done it a few times, I'm done, you know. I don't want to have to go through this early stages again. I'm all about new experiences, at least, anyway. That's why I did like it. Like, Wildcard, I can't think of any other game that has come out as regular with new content. Like, I know I moan and cry about it, but literally no one was adding like free maps that you could play and stuff. That was like a whole new experience. Like, just no one was doing that. No one. Oh, you... No! Why was you not... you know, doing your shizzle? Eh? I'm sure it used to be the L1 and down button to make them go and attack something, no? Where's my little green arrow? Have they changed that or what? How do I attack now? I'm sure it used to be that. Oh, I guess maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can get some revenge. Mother trucker. Yeah, come on, what? And what? And what? Oh, it's level 64, you know. This bad deeds. Bad deeds. Anytime you want to step in, my friend, the Pegomastices not actually fire at all. Do they not? Do they not ever take anything on? It's been a while. No! No! Oh, piss your mum. I ain't gonna lie. I've lived most of my life as a beach bum. One beach bum. I was going to try and do some Vin Diesel quote there. That's exciting. Ark 2. Yeah, it could be. It could be. Apparently it's going to have PvP. I was wrong about that, but hey-o. Can't be right about everything. But yeah, reminiscing. PlayStation. Huge. It had millions of players. More than Xbox. Apparently Xbox had more players playing it in the first month than PC. So PC, it was big news. They hit 1 million players in about 5 weeks. Apparently Xbox hit million players in 4 weeks. That's how popular it was back in the day. Because there weren't no other games like this. It was one of the big ones on Game Preview as well. Up until that point, we'd only had like the Long Dark and just some other little smaller games that were just no one knew or cared about. Ark was one of the first big ones. And then, like all these routes, can we not just pick them up? No? But yeah, they did big stuff. They managed to get themselves on PlayStation, even though PlayStation didn't have early access. Like if you remember, Ark was not complete when it launched on PlayStation. It was still 7-8 months away from full release. But they managed to swing it. I'll bet they ended up charging everyone extra because you had to buy the Scorched Earth DLC with it. And that's how they got around it to be different. Sony basically said to them, you got to make it good for us. What is going on with these graphics, man? It's like I'm getting reflections on the leaves. Yeah, Ark, everyone. The fact is, Ark is so big. It's had so many DLC, so many maps over the years. It's just buggy and broken and big. It's too big. And the devs never really took any time to do proper reworks and stuff. Like they've done some quality of life. They have improved things here, there, and everywhere. But other games kind of really go to town on that kind of stuff and really make that experience as smooth as possible. Wildcard have never done that. They've always been too busy making the next Atlas, the next rip-off game, just something else that will come out that is going to be a massive fail, but loads of hype behind it. But that's kind of what to expect. So it is time for a new Ark. Like, as much as I'll bitch and moan about it, we need it because hopefully, you've got to hope that it means they've learnt their lessons, that they're not going to just put shit out on a game over and over again without maybe adding some fixes. That said, 19 million players, 35 million apparently, according to the latest stats, and that includes mobile. So, actually, it could be a lot more than 19 million. If I'm going by my maths, my quick maths, last time I saw some news about how many players were playing on mobile, it said there were like 10 million players on mobile, and there were at least 18 million on Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. So, if you think they've all grown a little bit, that's probably about 20 million players now on Xbox, PlayStation and PC, maybe a bit more, and probably about 14 million on mobile now. It's probably the other way around. It's probably grown more because Xbox has had like the free games passes for ages. Obviously, that is a bit of a no-no. I know people are upsetty spaghetti about the fact that Ark is going to be Xbox exclusive for a while, but it's pretty much how the first one started out. The joke was that Xbox are just the beta testers, and we got to test it so the PlayStation fans didn't have to put up with all the bugs. But that ended up not being true, did it? Because, let's face it, PlayStation had just as many problems and issues, particularly blue screening and stuff. I've got to say, my favourite game mode, and I say this all the time, is Primitive Plus. Like it always just has been. I think it's because it was a bit more involved. It wasn't as focused on maybe completing, boss fights and stuff. It was... You had all these different types of crops, and you had just loads more gear in it. I don't know why you're giving me smoke, mate. Like, I've just come over here just to say hello, and I can see you getting angry at me. Can I jump on you? Imagine if he got upsetty because I just jumped in. There you go, I'm helping you. Come on. Apparently it's a male, but I ain't seen no dick hanging. I vote that we need proper dicks in Ark 2. Yeah? Proper peni. Just hanging... Big balls from these big guys, just hanging around. You've messed me up there, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because now I can't get down. Yeah. I came over to help you out. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take one for the team. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. Go on, son. Go on. I freed Willie. I freed Bronte. He's fine. I'm stuck on the ledge now. Great. GG. GG. Oh no, missed that. You will never find a YouTuber that dies as much as me playing Ark. Never. I hold the record. There's no doubt about that shizzle. I'll fight anyone that says they die or is more useless than me at playing Ark Survival Evolved. It's pure spitting facts, yo. Pure spitting facts. Yeah, Primitive Plus. Growing all the different types of crops and the different structures, they were just so prettier. Like the wood and all the rest of it, it was just so much nicer. I loved it when Primitive Plus came out. I was more excited about that than almost Scorched Earth. Oh my god, yeah, Scorched Earth. When that shizzle dropped, because I broke the news. I linked it almost. I told everyone what to expect with it. I said they'd been working on it in secret. I said that it was going to be a DLC that they were meant to have released at release, because they basically had to pay 40 million because they were liars in a court case. They had to bring it forward, and that was controversy. Oh my god, the amount of people bitching and moaning about a game company bringing early access and bringing out DLC was huge. Not many have done it since then. Not many have done that. That's like definitely a lesson learned, I think, for a lot of developers. There's some things you can do, there's some things you can't. And then what about when Ark made the price increase for everyone at full release? That was huge as well. That was big bad news when they doubled the price of it and they trying to make it out like it was a AAA game. Like, bro. Well, I don't know though. Let's face it, Cyberpunk's a AAA game. Which one's got more bugs, Cyberpunk or Ark? Right now, I would say Ark's in a better state than Cyberpunk. Scorched Earth come out. It was exciting. Jumping on them first days. Everyone dying from swamp fever because the devs hadn't actually added a cure or turned off disease transfers. So everyone on Scorched Earth, if you played official, you all got sick because you all got the actual swamp fever. That was crazy times. Crazy. He saw that from like 10 years away. I've got beavers. Little beavers. Yeah, this is the spot. This is where I always come to get my beavers. I remember when they got added as well. Oh, it's good times, man. I mean, like, so the way it used to run on my channel back in the day, I would literally stalk all 15, 20 members of Ark that were on Twitter, because they were tweeting back then. All of them were like more or less being a bit more communicative. I'd have to go through their tweets and replies separately. It would take me about a good hour to go through and see if anyone was saying anything, what replies they had. Go on the forums, that took about half an hour, just going through the biggest problems and issues. And then I would do my Ark news. And it would mostly be the patches. Like, we'd have like 2 updates a month. We'd have like a big update with all the content. Then we'd have like a hot fix. There might even be another hot fix after that. So you'd be loads of stuff to talk about all month. And then it'd be talking about this stuff coming to PlayStation, if it was coming. And then even when PlayStation launched, it was talking about like what the game would have at the end of it. And then all these other game modes like Primal Survival. What happened to that one? That was the one we should have had. Can I get... Are you going to get this something else? Then just raw meat? Yeah, I want a bit hide, bro. Maybe I should actually make something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just running around. I'm never going to play this again, guys. Who knows? Maybe I could. But I don't think I'm going to play this particular like game. Like, I'm probably not going to play Ark now until Ark 2. Like, legit. I will have a little go of Gen 2. Yes, of course I will. And I'll probably do some content on it. But I'm probably not going to be all like, oh my god. Is he coming for me? Is he coming for me? Yes, he's coming for me. When did they move so fast? Oh my god. Oh, I remember doing my time lapses of these guys. I was doing my tame videos. And I was doing like my David Attenborough impression. Man, I've done a lot of content. The kind of thing, that's what I've liked about Ark. It did give me the freedom to kind of make all sorts of things. I've been able to do news and guides. I've been able to do update videos. I've been able to do cinematics and parodies. I've been able to do adventures, and we do mini games where we was all pirates in the centre on the island, or we played Dodo basketball. I've won community crunches. Yes, that's right. I've won a community crunch. I think I got 2nd place for another one. And friend of mine, I've helped other people get far in that as well. Back in the day when you get a prize for Community Crunch, you just get $150, you know, something like that. I gave mine away to the guy that built the stuff. I think that was my build video that I actually won it for. That was one of the last Community Crunches as well. So yeah, the devs love me, but they also hate me. I ain't gonna lie, they probably hate me. I know they hate me. Obviously, I did my interview with Chris, the trailer maker. He brought up the fact that I remember being drunk one day. I'd done a little video vlog. I was pretty much saying F you to the Ark developers. I mean, that's the normal weekly occurrence, isn't it? Ain't that what we all say when you've lost your creatures again because they've just not responded to your commands to do something, or you've come on and your base has all been wiped, or your officials is all just been logged on? Like, yeah, I think we've all done that. But I do love Ark. I do respect most of the developers. It's only the big boys that I get the ump with, because they do make some baffling decisions sometimes, some really stupid decisions, but it's all successful. Like, the thing is, people will hate on Ark, me included. But 18, 19, whatever it is, million people playing it. One of the most popular online games going. You just can't discount that. You just can't. I think that's the problem that I got with this game is it could be even bigger. It could be even better. Imagine if they took some of these decisions and thought about them a little bit more in depth, or didn't pull some of the shenanigans that they've done. And Ark could be bigger than Minecraft. Alright, maybe not Minecraft, but it could be even bigger. And I think that's what gets me upset sometimes, that I see the potential of this game still. I see how it could grow. And I really hope we get that fulfilled. I really hope Ark 2 is a step in a new direction where we're not just releasing any old buggy updates, where they actually invest in QA, because they don't. They've admitted they don't spend enough money on it, whereas other companies have huge teams dedicated to it. They don't do that. And the idea is that open world games were too hard. Look at Cyberpunk. That's a fairly big company, and they didn't obviously do that stuff. It has been, I think, in their defence, the stuff with the Corona has affected them a lot. Whereas Ark has always been like this. Before Corona, nothing ever got tested. We are the testers. That's pretty much it. And I hope that changes. I think that could be a really positive step if updates were more stable. I'm presuming Ark 2 will be early access. I kind of hope it does, because then I probably will go back on to just doing Ark stuff a lot more. Talking about the latest updates, the news, what creatures are being added. They were exciting times. They were some of my best times on YouTube. I did have quite a lot going on in my personal life, so I maybe didn't enjoy it as much. I was going through some stuff, and you know, like I said, I quit my job and I had to move across the country and spending time trying to see my kids and stuff. So I didn't really get to enjoy that as much as I could have. And now I think, God, now I'm doing it full time, this job. Now I'm really stable and I've got good stuff going on at home and seeing my kids a lot, and everything's pretty much okay at the moment. There's nothing really going on. If Ark 2 comes out in 2022, I'm hoping that I'll still be in a good position for it. And man, I'll cover the shit out of that. I probably will. If it's early access as well, it'll be even more fun. I kind of hope it does. I hope they don't just go full release. I kind of hope they do early access, because it just means there's going to be so much content. There's going to be so much things to do and talk about. I mean, like I said, I don't need it. Ark really has not been in my top 10 videos. It just isn't. Like, last 2 years, maybe because I haven't played it as much. I even got Kaya. I even paid Kaya on Fire to cover the Ark for me for a few months. Oh my God! Leave me alone. That's how much you guys meant. Not that I needed it. I just felt bad that I wasn't covering the game when the Crystal Isles launched. And so I literally paid someone to do videos and content on it and keep some Ark content going, like looking at mods and a bit of news and stuff, so that I could focus on other stuff like Grounded and stuff like that. So yeah, it kind of does hurt when people say I don't care about Ark or don't like Ark. I do. I just get really sick of all the stuff, because I've seen it more than most. I've seen all the problems and issues with this game. I've seen you guys report it on the forums, complain about it on Twitter, bitch in my comments. And I think after a while it does get to you. And I've said this before, it does. I've just got to get better at filtering that stuff out, so that I actually take a look at the game and see how the game's actually running, how it's playing, rather than necessarily just take all the negative stuff on board. That's something I'm going to work on. So when Ark 2 gets around, I'm going to hopefully be in a better place, so I can give you guys the content you guys really enjoyed when I first started doing Ark, which was, I still moaned and complained. In fact, one of my biggest videos was me bitching about Ark back in the day when they had an update that wiped everyone's bases or some shit. But yeah, I'll kind of want to get back to that. I do. I'd love it if I was got super excited about Ark again, and there was just loads of content flying around, and it's just had loads. Yeah, just good feelings again. That's what I want. So there we go, guys. I know I've rambled on. Like I said, this is my 5-year anniversary. I was going to probably just ramble on about nonsense. Don't expect pro gameplay here. I've died like 6 times already in the space of half an hour. But there you go. I've not really been playing it properly either, to be fair. I have just been running around just until we get to that point where something is bound to pop out and kill me. I will lastly say, though, there's never been a game like Ark up until that point that gave you that much freedom, and you can play it in different ways. You can play it single player. You can play it as a Pokemon game where you just go and capture all the creatures. You could play it as an adventure game. You could play it as a hardcore survival game. And in various other ways, you could play multiplayer, you know, friends. And that was something else big that no one really had. And they brought in the servers, and that was another thing that no other game did on console, by the way. I'm always usually referencing console, because none of these features were there really for some of these games. There wasn't big multiplayer like this that wasn't just Call of Duty. And so I guess that's why Ark is always so special, and I think it captures the hearts and imaginations of so many people. It was like the next level of that survival genre. You had Minecraft that started it off, you had the Buggy Daisy and Rust, but Ark was the one that got there first on consoles, hence why it's the most popular survival game going. It's bigger than Rust, it's bigger than DayZ. There is no other survival game, other than maybe Minecraft, that is bigger than Ark. So there you go, guys. I will see you later. Hope you enjoyed my little walk through memory lane. Pretty bad memory. And I'll be back, as ever, for Ark Gen 2, I guess. Until then, maybe some big news updates, and that is about it. Laters.